Let's talk energy. Let's talk trying to accomplish goals, trying to manifest in the midst of restrictive energy. Let's talk getting to know who you truly are right alongside those who know and knew who you once were. Let's talk energy. In the past 2 years, my life has gone from my thinking that I had full control to nothingness. Everything that I worked on, everything that I built, everything that I thrived for came down to nothing. Imagine being someone who was born in a situation that you knew was counterproductive to your existence. So you did everything within your power to make sure that you took yourself out of that situation. Now imagine going about 20 years away from the trauma, the drama, the pain, the suffering, and 20 years later, being put right back in that situation. There are layers of triggering that takes place. There's layers of questioning that takes place. You find yourself at a loss and you're asking yourself, WTF? WTF? In my spiritual journey, I've circled back to the place that caused all my pain, all my suffering, all my trauma, all my triggers, everything that is anti-me. I am in the midst of it right now. And I just thought I would make a recording pretty much answering myself. The question that my spirit posed on me is, why won't you cry? Why won't you just cry? When I was younger, I used to think tearing up and crying was a way of washing away, the pain, the suffering. But as I've gotten older, I've come to realize that crying is just a reaction to what has happened or what is going on. I've never been a tearful person. When I cry, I'm in deep pain. And currently I am in deep pain, but I have no reason to cry. If I cried right now, it would seem to myself as if I submit to that which is happening to me. You might ask, what is happening to her? I'm experiencing fear, forced energy against reality. My reality is telling me once again, as I was a child, you are this. And I'm telling my reality, no, the F I'm not. I am this, and you will learn to accept who I am. We can fight until you accept it, but at the end of the day, you will accept who I am. In my previous recordings, I've talked about being a warrior, how the superficiality behind spirituality with the new age is not really true spirituality. If you're going through a spiritual awakening, there are times when you look seriously like a homeless, poor person, but you're not homeless and you're not poor. You're just mentally not in the reality that is being presented to you. And that's where I find myself. I'm not depressed. I'm not sad. In all honesty, when I sit quietly with myself, I'm content with the decisions that I've made. I'm content with who I have become because it's in alignment with who I was prior to all of the other experiences that I've had in my years of living. The only thing that bothers me is the fact that I know I have to go through this ongoing growth process that was stunted when I was younger. And I'm a very tough person. I'm not a typical... I don't bow down easily. I guess is the best way I could say it. I don't bow down easily. I've been presented with so much information in my life. I've been presented with so much spiritual information as a child, and I stood firm in who I was because I'm not someone who anyone can bend and break easily. I don't think that's what I was created for or why I was born on this planet. So if you're in the situation that I'm in where you've worked so hard in your life to attain maybe a lifestyle, maybe an experience, maybe a spiritual awakening, a healing that you've been working so hard on, and it seems like you've moved 10 to 50 steps backwards instead of forward, all I can say is you're on the right path. The only reason you will know you're on the right path is your child self will present itself to you. My child self in 2020 started presenting herself to me in tears. And they weren't happy tears. She was sad and she was crying. And tears came out of my physical eyes and I cried. I won't even lie, in 2021, I was laying on my sofa watching television, and I had a vision of someone walking up to my 10-year-old self and shooting her in the brain. Now, I've never been shot before in my entire life, and that experience wasn't an easy experience to have because as I'm laying there watching the movie and I'm going through a trance, and I see not my 30-something-year-old self, but my 10-year-old self, just laying on the couch watching TV, and a woman walks up to me and literally shoots me in the head. And my physical 30-something-year-old body jerked and just stopped moving for about 30 seconds. I stopped breathing, I stopped moving. That was that. When I came back to, I just said to myself, my God, someone just killed you. I even journaled it. I wrote it down to make it go away. And that's when I realized my true spiritual journey started that day, that night, that evening. And since then, I've been regressing back into childhood. And I've come to realize that there's so much that has happened to me that I suppressed. And there's so much that has happened to me that has caused me to be this triumphant, strong spirit that I am. So, no, I will tell you, no matter what you're going through, if you need to, cry. If you need to, get in your car, go for a drive, sing, scream, yell, let it out. But after that, you have to realize there's work to be done. You have to acknowledge yourself. You have to tell yourself, I'm enough. I'm enough. I'm enough for this life. I'm enough for relationships. I'm enough for partnerships. I'm enough for friendships. You have to know that you're enough. And you have to know that you're living the life of fear. You are living the life of your energy forcing itself against the reality. Fear. Forced energy against reality. There's a reality out there that is trying to permeate your existence and tell you that you are something that you're not. And you need to stand firm in who you are and let that reality know, I will succeed in whatever you present to me. Life's not easy, but life doesn't have to be as hard as it is for some of us. There are some of us that are truly suffering out here and we keep it bottled up. And the saddest part is when it bottles up enough, it blows up in the form of anger, violence, aggression, or crying. I can tell you I'm not angry. I'm just slightly disappointed, slightly in shock, and also healing. I've taken the step of accepting everything that has happened to me. I've taken the step of accepting everything that I'm going through. And I've taken the responsibility for the decisions that I've made in my life. So as you go on about your life, I'm telling you, be patient with yourself and understand energy. Know who you are in the presence of opposite and opposing energy. Opposite and opposing energy will teach you and tell you that you are a part of it and you just don't know yourself. But if you know who you are, opposite energy cannot do anything to you. So grow. Be one with yourself. Because at the end of the day, once we all get out of this elusive youth energy and we go into who we truly are and were born to be, we will understand that this journey is a very lonesome journey. It's a one journey. It's not a journey of many. It's not a journey that others will understand what you're going through. Sometimes you have to go into that cave that is you and just be there and understand. I'm on my own in this big world of billions of people, and it's okay. So don't cry just because you feel sad. Figure out why you feel sad. Don't scream just because you're angry. Figure out what's making you so angry. Know who you are and be who you are. It is not the clothing that we wear. It is not the hairstyles, the makeup, or any of that foolishness that makes us who we are. Spirit is within the shell that we live in. It is not the color of our skin. It is not the wealth in our bank accounts. It is not the children that we bear. It is who we are. As individuals, we have to realize who we are in order to move forward in this reality. I wish you all the best of luck, and I hope this message makes you understand you're not alone. There's a lot of us that are speaking the positivity, speaking the celestial, speaking the star, speaking the cosmic energy that are going through the same thing that you guys are going through. The only difference is acknowledging self and taking responsibility for self. A lot of us have made decisions that we don't agree with today, but guess what? Those decisions were already made. So you have to move past them, and you have to forgive yourself and heal from those decisions. And make sure you don't make those same decisions again in the future. Life is too short for pain and suffering. Life is too short for poverty. Life is too short for unacceptance. It is important to accept people for who they are, and it is important to help each and every one that comes around you thrive, so that you alone may thrive.